Hey everyone, this is Pharaoh Silver, the Pharaoh of Beer Money Finance, and this is the June 2025 Atlas Earth Progress Report of my personal account. As I mentioned in my previous video, burnout is real, and it happens to me a little more often than I like due to my chronic illness, and it did have an effect on how I did this month, so sorry about that for those of you that were expecting another big 200 parcel month. That was not going to happen. It spread a bit to minigames. Toward the last week, I barely participated. I went into golf racer only mode, and it was by the grace of Warren Buffett, literally, that I was flooded with 3-second Buyberk ads that helped me manage to pick up second place in golf during Super Minigame Saturday. You know, it's crazy. Short ads are such a saver that honestly, at the top 25 level, trying to find ways to get shorter ads to come to you is actually a minigame strategy. So now I'm going to start reading up the finance news pages and checking my AAA membership status before every golf minigame these days to attempt podium, and probably bowling too, because I can't exactly guarantee a top 25 every time I play it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it does help. Genuinely though, this should not be a strategy. That's kind of frustrating, and I'm really not liking that. And I've talked about this for a couple months now, and I've been feeling like that these minigames have stopped really being, like, any bit of fun that the minigames have had are gone now, and having to find shorter ads as an actual strategy is ridiculous. I'm sorry. There's got to be a better way. All right, there's got to be. But look, a lot of this isn't Atlas Earth's fault either. It is just Google AdSense. It is just the way things were. They were told it was supposed to be a 5-second ad. Turns out, not all ads are created equal. But anyway, let's go to the overall summary, and I currently have 2,953 parcels, gaining 153 parcels this month. The parcel distribution this month was 72 commons, 49 rares, 19 epics, and 13 legendaries. That's going to bring me up to 1,491 commons, 897 rares, 431 epics, and 134 legendaries. Over the last few months, I have had a far better distribution of legendaries, usually around the 8 to 9% range, and it has shown in my parcel distribution percentile. Back in February, I was hitting at around the bottom percent of distributed parcels. During the middle of the month, I was actually at the bottom 0.5%. I am now at the 10th percentile. Still not amazing, but this is more than a standard deviation better than where I was just 4 months ago. In earnings, this is an increase of $5.25 a month to $94.40 a month. I think I could probably hit the $100 mark next month with enough of a push. I'll talk about how in a bit. Now, as many of you know, I am still trying to break even in Atlas Earth using the Explorer Club and the Challenge Pass, thinking I can get to where I want to go faster, and so far it's been very much in vain. I started the month down $472 and I earned $92. I did not reinvest anything back into the game, so that puts my end of June down $380.30. Break-even is starting to look like sometime in October now at the current rate. I divide my remaining amount, $380.30, into $94.40, and I get 4.02 months. But I'm going to just keep growing my parcels and thus growing my monthly rate. So it's not going to just be at 94. I mean, it's probably not even going to be at 94 for this month. It's probably going to be a lot more than that. So anyways, as far as rankings, I moved up 3 spots in the world to 234th place. Up 6 spots in the United States to 205th, and I am still 6th in North Carolina. My nearest opponent for the 5th place spot is Drift1 Mobile. I think he used to be mayor. His name is quite familiar, and I caught up about 120 parcels on him, as he did place about 35 parcels this month, and I put down 153. Provided he doesn't put any money into the game, I should be able to catch up to him, and then try to focus on catching up to Pull Out and Pray next. It also helps that it seems like Drift1 Mobile is not an Explorer Club member, so that's going to give me a bit of an edge. I am aware that me becoming governor probably will not be happening ever, but hey, a guy can dream, right? And I'm not going to talk about Canapolis anymore because, well, I'm about 10 times the parcel count of the next person. There's really nothing to say about that. I'm gaining parcels at a decent enough rate that I can even start looking into taking another town, and I think China Grove is going to be my next target, as I had been thinking the mayor there, BK Love, was active, but I have been checking and it doesn't seem like she's been growing very much. So if she's not wanting China grow, well, I mean, I'll take it, sure. But plans for me will be strengthening Canapolis a little bit more this month, but also strengthening out Landis and Enochville. Maybe get Enochville to 100 and Landis to 200 before moving on to try to take China Grove. Now, a big milestone, and the thing that matters here, at 2,953 parcels exactly, I have managed to reach $1 per day without the super rent boost. That's right, $1 per day. So if you want to know how many parcels it takes to make $1 a day in Atlas Earth, well, there you okay, no. This is only if there were no super rent boosts. Obviously, because of the 50x super rent boost events, it's going to be far less parcels, and I have made a video on it. You want to go check that out over there. Now, I will say that I'm going to make a remake of this video very, very soon because a lot of international players have been asking me this question as well. So I do need to make an answer to this question for them as well. And I've been talking about it. It's probably going to be sometime around August when I do it, maybe September. So hang on for that one, all right? Although you probably could, with a little bit of math, find out yourself. Now, if you go to aecalc.com and you select average parcels, that little switch over there, and you just try to look up 2,920, you'll see that you can also make $1 a day. Now, the reason why for this is because I am about a little over one standard deviation behind the median. So this is median parcels. So median parcels is 2,920 parcels is what you need with 101 badges, I should say. So maxing out the passport, and this is regardless of country. Every country stops at 2x, so to international players, once you're at around 1,700-ish parcels, you are making the same as a US player at that level. I know it's going to take a bit, but that option is there. I just strongly recommend you do not do this by buying parcels directly, and I'm aware not everyone is going to get 1,700-ish parcels. That's fine. Every little bit helps towards just, watching an ad, getting cash back. Oh yeah, they can't do cash back, can they? Like surveys, mini games, and stuff like that as well. So I mentioned that I personally want to hit 4,000 parcels by the end of the year. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I have the push to actually do this, and a lot of it is going to depend on if we have Super Mini Game Saturdays twice a month, as Elizabeth over at Atlas Reality had mentioned during the Ask Me Anything. We only had one in June, and had we had a second one, I probably could have picked up another dozen or so parcels, honestly. And to get 4,000 over the next 6 months, I'm actually going to need to make 175 parcels. So I'm going to set a goal for 175 parcels a month, and if I don't make it, oh well. But it's pretty much going to be out of my control for this one. 175 is what I need to get to the 4,000 parcels, and actually, believe it or not, it's actually going to be what I think I need to get to $100 a month for this month. So my goal is 3,128 parcels. That is plus 175 in the month of July. And hopefully it will get me $100 a month by July 31st. My birthday is August the 1st, so this would be pretty cool for my birthday, honestly, to get that far. It's likely going to involve participating in most minigames, I'm very aware. I will keep track of where I am in that 175 parcels on the Patreon when I do my behind-the-scenes videos for Beer Money Insiders. That one will be coming up sometime this weekend. Also, here are the challenges for this month and their points, and everything I'm looking at doing this month you see here in red. I'm going to try to get the slightly easier 1,600 points for this month. Like I said, it's slightly easier overall, with the level 2 needing only 7 wins now instead of 8. And with the minigames in general, if you tally up all of those points, it adds up to 865 points, which means that now minigames can make up more than half of the allotted amount of points that you need to complete the challenge this month. That's crazy. So for those of you that are not into minigames, I mean, this is an option here. I know a lot of you might not reach that level 3 or level 4, but still, just doing mini games like the 4 and 7 win ones as well, I mean, that's still 300 points. That's still not too bad. But the 865 points, that alone can get you to level 11 on this list. You see here the 750 here with 25 Atlas Bucks and 100 Atlas Bucks here. Yeah, Yeah, it's going to get you to level 11, which, by the way, that is the part where buying the Challenge Pass is worth it compared to the Explorers Club solely off of minigames, although I still recommend that you don't spend that money. We're going to talk more about Challenge Passes and Explorer Club in a future Summer of Atlas video very, very soon. And also, you will get plenty of opportunities to do so, what with the Super Minigame Saturday, 4 nights a week now in minigames and all that, especially for US players. Now, international players, going to be a little bit harder, but things should be fine there as well, at least in my opinion. But let me know in the comment section what you think about this sudden turn towards minigames kind of being a focal point now of the challenges. And that's the video. How did you do in June? Let me know in the comment section below. Like this video if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to Beer Money Engine. A big thank you to my patrons, and if you want more, the other video I did this week is on my personal channel, Pharaoh Silver, where I'm ranting about why gaming in the 90s was actually better, and you know it was. I'm Pharaoh Silver signing off. See you next time. Bye, everybody.